Alright guys, let's get started on this training session. So first off, we're going to start with our Spiderman Planks. So these are similar to planks that we've done before in the past, but now you're just basically having your knee go all the way up to your elbow, okay? Now the whole time you want to still keep your hips low, that way you're going to engage your core and take your time, especially as you're moving your knee up to your elbow. You almost want to kind of hold it there just for a second and then right back, okay? If you have a step, you can have your arms or your hands on the step. If you want to do it on the floor, that's okay too. The theme for this training session is that we're going to be going back and forth from strength and conditioning. So now for our conditioning, we have our pop squats, okay? So these are basically like squats, except you're going to pop both your feet in, okay, towards your midline. And then you're just going to keep going back into that squat and popping your legs in, okay? Try and go at that pace. Don't worry about going too low in the squat. You want to go just low enough that you can kind of have your feet pop back up, okay? Okay guys, now we are going to go into our strength exercise, and it's going to be those squats, okay? So your legs might be burning just a little bit, but now we're going to take our time, okay? So the whole point between going back and forth between a strength and conditioning is that we want to really focus on our breathing for the strength, okay? Your heart rate is going to be beating very, very quickly after that conditioning, and so right now I just want you to focus on your breathing, okay? You're going to breathe in as you go down, and then exhale, all right, as you come up, okay? Just like that. Nice. Alright guys, next up we have our skater hops, okay? So this is basically just a movement where we're going side to side. You want to go as fast as you can. You're basically just going to plant one foot. And notice as I go from side to side that my hand is going to be extended to give myself some balance, okay? Here's a little bit of a slow motion of that. Alright guys, next up is our walking lunges. Okay, so this is a great angle where you can kind of see my leg. I am going at that 90-degree angle on my left leg and now on my right leg. Okay, I want to take my time with this. I want to make sure that I plant down with my toe, and I can be alternating with my arms and legs. All right, guys, let's go. Next off, we're going to start with our shuffles. So if you're outside, go ahead and do some sprints back and forth. But if you're inside, I want you to move those arms and legs as fast as you can, okay? If you want a little bit more activation with your obliques, you can kind of cross your arms across your body. Okay guys, next up we have our glute bridges. Okay, so for these, want to make sure that your heels are planted firmly on the ground. Basically, we're just going to be extending up with our hips, so we're going to be extending up to the sky or to the ceiling, and then depressing back down. As you depress down to the floor, I don't want your glutes to touch the floor. I want your glutes to kind of hover just a little bit above the floor and then go right back up, okay? Engage your core and squeeze your glutes at the top. Few more exercises to go, guys. Okay, next up we have our high knees. So again, if you're outside, you can kind of basically do high knees from one point to another point. If you're inside, you can just do these standing still. You want to really drive those knees up to your abdomen, okay? Try and engage those glutes the entire time, and if you can, try and make sure that your arms are moving alternatively with your knees, okay? That way, it's almost just like you're running, just like you're sprinting. It'll be a little easier to get those knees up there. All right, next up we have everybody's favorite, which are the push-ups. Okay, so your arms, your legs are going to be really tired at this point. Feel free to rest. Remember, guys, you never have to go all the way up to the timer. That timer is just there for you to keep on pace. All right, if you can only go to 30 seconds, that's okay. If you can go to 40 seconds, that's great. If you can go to 50 seconds, that's awesome. All right, but don't feel like you have to go through the entire time, okay? As you progress with these workouts, you will notice that you can go for longer durations of time. But for right now, just pace yourself, focus on the breathing, and keep your hips low. Let's go, let's go. We got butt kickers next, okay? Just like those high knees, if you are outside, go ahead and do it from a point of space to another point, like point A from point B. If you are inside, you can do these standing still. Don't have to worry about your arms so much on this one. Just try and get those legs far back as you can to those glutes. So a couple more seconds to go. Here we go, guys. You got this.